Welcome to the commencement for the class of 2020. Before we begin today, I would ask in respect and honor to the tradition of our ceremony that all cell phones and electronic devices be silenced at this time. I guess we don't have to worry about that today at this time. Please do not stand in the entryway during the ceremony. I guess if you want to stand and watch the ceremony today, you can do that as well. The class of 2020 has asked that we continue the long-standing tradition of no use of noise devices or loud disruptions during the ceremony. I guess we can check that one off the list too. Make as much noise as you want today during the ceremony. I know this isn't what we envisioned June 7th to look like, but we hope you enjoy the day, this ceremony, and celebrate the class of 2020. Next up with our student welcome will be Maya Magner, Student Council President.
Good afternoon, classmates, friends, family, teachers, and everyone here celebrating with us. We are here to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2020, the resilience in these unique and trying times, and the history this will forever be a part of. Maya Angelou once said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. Seniors, we have lost countless memories and endured many hardships, and I'd be lying if I didn't say some days felt impossible. But we have remained resilient, we have found ways to find the good, and we have overcome defeat. I am Maya Magner, and I am honored to be your welcoming face through this unique graduation. I remember our first day of high school, hearing countless people say, "These 4 years are going to go by so fast." And as I am before you today, I'm questioning where the time went. None of us here today would have imagined that we would miss the mindless day-to-day things, such as laughing in the halls with our best friends, daily lessons from our teachers, or looking forward to something so small, such as lunch. But when our senior year was suddenly cut short, all those seemingly small feelings felt like priceless memories. This is definitely not the way I pictured myself delivering this speech, and I'm positive this isn't the way you envision listening to it. But the thing that amazes me about the class of 2020 is that we always persevere. We are resilient. We overcome any obstacle thrown our way, and we keep a smile on our face even when it feels impossible. The class of 2020 is one that will truly go down in history, and I am grateful to have been a part of this with every single one of you. We would like to welcome all of you who are watching this commencement ceremony and celebrating the accomplishments of the class of 2020. It is now my privilege to introduce AFS student Francesca Volpe.
Hi, my name is Francesca and I'm from Agrigento, Italy. As you all probably know, I'm an exchange student, but the real question is, what's behind it? What makes a teenager want to change their life for a year? Even though I have to admit that's never just a year. Because I think that my life actually changed forever. Everything started in September 2018 when the application process for AFS usually starts. And so many times I asked myself if I really wanted to do it, if I could get the scholarship or things like that. But then I realized that I absolutely had to try and put myself out there, because if I didn't, I would have lost the chances of a lifetime. Today, after almost 2 years from that decision, besides everything I've been through, I will do it all over again 1,000 times, because it brought me here with a bag full of experiences and memories that no one will ever make me forget. Like the first snow and attempt to ski, volleyball and gymnastics season that I really, really enjoyed. The trip to Florida with my host family, homecoming week, the fun AFS weekends where I met people from all over the world, and all the small things like the everyday life at school and at home with my family and friends. There could be so much to say about what happened this year, but today I don't want to bore you all on my stories. One thing that I want to share with you guys is that being back home, writing this speech, and thinking about this past year made me understand how much a person can change during a study abroad program. I feel like I'm a totally different person now compared to the day I left. And not just because I grew up, but because I'm more open-minded, willing to adapt to everything life puts in my path, braver, and most of all, I write my own story. I know it sounds so cliche, but it's true. That's why I'm working hard to make my dreams come true instead of just dreaming. And I really hope you guys do it too, because it's like a bold stroke that can lead to a great painting. But if you don't, you will never know if that good painting could actually be great. Now I would like to thank all the teachers that were so nice and patient to me when I didn't get something or went to the wrong lunch. All the girls from the volleyball and gymnastics team, I really had a great time. All the graduating class of 2020, it's a pleasure to graduate with you guys, and I've met you all this year. And last but not least, my friends, who I will never think I'd become so close with in such a short amount of time, and that's why, and they're always there for me. Now, a huge special thank to my American family, Rebecca and Brandon Kellogg. They're the main reason why I'm here, and I got to do everything I did. You guys are so awesome. I was lucky to be the kid in your AFS wish list. From now on, you're family to me, and I'll be there for you as you did for me this year. I miss you so much. In conclusion, happy graduation day to the class of 2020. I miss you, and I wish you the best for the future. Now it's my privilege to introduce the salutatorian, Ian Sandy.
Teachers, family, and friends. It is a great honor to be speaking to you today on behalf of the class of 2020. The support you have given us seniors over the past 4 years has helped shape us into the fine young men and women we have become. Today is a day of celebration, as we formally end our high school careers and take our first steps into a larger world. Soon, many of us will be saying goodbye to parents, siblings, and lifelong friends as we begin a new and exciting chapter in our lives. This transition to adulthood will be bittersweet for many of us, but I have no doubt that each member of this class has been set up to succeed in the future. We owe this thanks to all of you. This school year, however, was a bit different for all of us. In fact, it was extremely different. I don't believe any of us were expecting to work, communicate, or finish classes in a state of isolation, away from our classmates and friends. In this unprecedented time, it has been difficult for us to accept the reality of what is going on in our country and in the world. Many of us are scared, confused, and upset about something that we cannot control. To put it frankly, it's not fair. Not fair to say goodbye to friends so soon. Not fair to leave teachers that have taught us so much. Not fair to have sports seasons canceled altogether. And especially not fair to the senior class that has been looking forward to this day when we could celebrate our accomplishments with our loved ones by our sides. It was not meant to end like this, but we still hold on to hope. It appears to me that we have one of two choices. We can stay frustrated at the way things are, or we can use this time as an opportunity to develop character and perseverance. We can choose to sulk, or we can choose to reflect on the great moments of the last 4 years. Pep rallies, football games, band concerts, club trips, nights out with friends, and so much more. I have no doubt that each of us has made at least one great high school memory that will last a lifetime. I have been truly honored to meet so many amazing people at JHS. But despite the great lessons I have learned from my teachers, my classmates have taught me an even more valuable lesson: that anybody can become your friend if you are willing to strike up a conversation with them. Throughout the past few months, it was amazing to witness the active dedication of our teachers to provide us with a virtual learning experience. In this time of uncertainty, many of us continued educating ourselves and reaching out to each other in an effort to learn. Although we hope that things will soon return to normal, it is important to remember this time. It is a time to reflect on our goals, our dreams, and our aspirations. A time of renewal and rejuvenation. A music artist once wrote, "I've seen trouble more than anyone should bear, but I've seen joy I have more than my share. And I'm still not done, I'm only halfway there." I believe that the members of the senior class can relate to this. It reminds me that life is full of disappointment and struggle, but the good times spent with family and friends make life that much sweeter. And this is not the end. In a sense, we have reached a halfway point in our lives as we enter the real world. This class has a lot to offer it. Although our time now is dark, our future is bright. What makes life valuable is that it doesn't last forever. What makes it precious is that it ends. And I say this to remind us seniors that time is a gift. We are lucky to have it. So don't waste time living someone else's life, but make yours count for something. Fight for what you believe in, no matter what. And even if you fall short, what better way is there to live? There will be darker days ahead of us too, and that is when hope is needed the most. We have to be greater than our struggles. I know it feels like we are saying goodbye, but we will carry a piece of each other into everything that we do next, to remind us who we are and of who we are meant to be. The class of 2020 is full of passion, purpose, and pride, and I will miss it very much. Thank you all, and congratulations to the Jefferson High School class of 2020. It is with pleasure that I introduce our class valedictorian, Anna Carlson.
Good afternoon. I know this isn't quite what we had imagined our graduation to look like, but here we are. Today marks the culmination of 4 years of hard work. However, before I reflect on those 4 years, I would first like to say thank you. Thank you to the family, friends, teachers, and community members who helped make our high school experience a memorable success. It's because of people like you that we're leaving the high school different than we arrived 4 years ago. If you remember, we came straight from middle school, no bags beneath our eyes, still getting the recommended 8 hours of sleep, and a little bit terrified. The upperclassmen would tell us that we were gross and annoying, and they were probably right. Sophomore year, things were a little bit different. Classes were a little bit harder, but we could manage. More importantly, we could drive. We were still recognizable in the parking lot because we'd park 50 feet away from any other car and still only take the slots that you could pull through. But it was okay because we had this independence now. Sometimes on our way to school, we'd hear this thought in the back of our heads. What would happen if I just drove away? If one day I just drove past the school and I didn't stop? Junior year. At this point, we're running on 3 hours of sleep a night, but you can't tell because our blood's 60% coffee instead of water. For most of us, this is our hardest year yet, but with prom coming, we've got a great distraction from any studying. We also took the ACT, but that's probably something we'd rather not remember. By the time finals roll around, we're pretty much zombies. But it's okay, because we only have senior year left, and it's supposed to be our best year yet. I started writing this speech in February, and needless to say, I've had to make some adjustments. It's likely that the high school experience I described previously was not universally shared by all of you, but we do all share in one thing. We've all been looking forward to this day for a long time. Wearing the cap and gown, walking the stage, accepting our diploma. This was our grand finale. We may never get the closure to our high school experience that other classes got, and it's okay to be sad. It's a difficult time right now for everyone, and we all have the right to be upset. But we owe it to ourselves to try and look past these unprecedented times. The truth is that throughout history, some of the darkest times have fueled the greatest accomplishments. Right now, we're known as the class born in the shadow of 9/11, the class graduating in the shadow of a pandemic, but we will be known for so much more. We have the most potential right now. And although it feels too soon, it's time that we drive away from the school and onwards towards the rest of our lives. We can go anywhere and be anything, and what we do along this drive is what we will be known for. This pandemic is going to be in the shadow of our accomplishments, not the other way around. I know how unsettling this uncertainty is. I'm filming this speech in May, and I don't know the world that will receive it in June. But realize that the rest of our lives are not entirely out of our control. We may not be able to predict the future, but together we can create it. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2020. We made it.
It is my honor today to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Nathan Fisher. Nathan grew up in Jefferson, Wisconsin, and graduated from Jefferson High School in 1995. He was a member of the Top 10 and National Honor Society. Nathan became a member of the Ivy League, attending Cornell University on an athletic scholarship. Mr. Fisher earned his undergraduate degree from Cornell University, majoring in plant science. He was also a member of the football team, being named team captain his senior year. After his graduation, Mr. Fisher spent time working in California, but eventually finding his way back to the East Coast and moving to New York City to start his career in financial services. Mr. Fisher joined Lehman Brothers in 2006 as vice president in their markets business. In 2008, Nathan joined Barclays, which is a global financial services provider with over 48 million clients worldwide. Mr. Fisher moved to Hong Kong in 2009, where he is the head of Barclays Asia Pacific Prime Services sales team. Nathan is the regional co-chairman of Barclays Women's Initiative Network, which focuses on pursuing gender diversity in financial services. He is also a regional sponsor for the He for She, a solidarity campaign for the advancement of gender equality initiated by the United Nations. Nathan, his wife, and 2-year-old daughter reside in Hong Kong still today. We are fortunate to be able to listen to his message today, which will provide a point of reflection for not only the class of 2020, but for all of us listening to our ceremony today. I would like to welcome Nathan Fisher as our commencement speaker at Jefferson High School's virtual graduation ceremony for the class of 2020.
Thank you, Principal Dinkel. Graduates, family members, and staff, it is an honor to be a part of this celebration. Congratulations to the 2020 graduating class and the family members, friends, and staff that have made this event happen. I wish I could have been able to congratulate you all in person, but unfortunately that is not possible. I was looking at recent commencement speeches for ideas during these unprecedented times. I came across Tim Cook's recent speech to Ohio State University's graduating class and thought it was extremely thoughtful and worth sharing his introduction. So here we go. Before we get to the important part about your future, we need to look at our past. As 1918 dawned, a young Assistant Secretary of the Navy, just 36 at the time, was headed overseas, tasked with making sure America's green and untested troops were ready for action in Europe's Great War. An iconoclastic poet and academic, barely 30, balanced odd jobs as a high school teacher and banker after the outbreak of the war had dashed his hopes of defending his dissertation. And a young nurse, only 20, began caring for wounded soldiers at a military hospital in Toronto. She worked ever longer hours as a strange sickness began to appear beside the wounds of war. By the time the Spanish flu swept through their countries, their communities, and their bodies, these three would be forever changed. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was carried off a military ship on a stretcher. Once he recovered back home in New York, he was the nominee for vice president, beginning a career in national politics that would change the course of history. While sitting in his sickbed, T.S. Eliot began writing The Wasteland, his poetic masterpiece. It begins, "April is the cruelest month," and it began a movement of literary modernism that would win him the Nobel Prize in Literature. And when Amelia Earhart finally caught the flu from one of her patients, her recovery was more complicated and painful than most. To pass the long and boring hours of quarantine and social distance, she would watch the airplanes coming and going, and she started to wonder whether she might like a career change. Graduates, I thought of these three individuals and how their stories of perseverance and triumph remind me of so many individuals from Wisconsin and Jefferson in particular that have impacted my life, and I'm sure yours as well. Let me lay out a hypothetical scenario. It's 24 hours before you're born. You've been granted the ability to decide all of the rules of the society you're able to enter. The catch is that you don't know any details about your place in the world will be. Your gender, race, nationality, health, intelligence level, and all other defining characteristics are left up to chance. You're going to get one ball drawn out of a barrel that probably contains 6 or 7 billion balls now, and that's you. When I was born, the odds were over 50 to 1 against being born in the United States. Just winning that portion of the lottery is an enormous plus. You can provide this further down to the state, regional, and local level, and you see how truly blessed you are to have either been born and or raised in this community. Life will always provide challenges, and these are extremely challenging times. But rest assured, growing up in this town, surrounded by people with tireless work ethics, great moral values, and the ability to adapt and be open-minded, have prepared you for the challenges of today and also for the future. There are very few days that go by that I do not think about how proud I am to be from Jefferson, Wisconsin. A saying that echoes in my head to this day was delivered from my grandmother when I was a little boy. You can take the kid off the farm, but you can never take the farm out of the kid. I think about this a lot, especially when I need extra motivation or I'm facing a challenge. People will underestimate you, not appreciate you. There will be more talented, smarter people, but do not forget your roots. You can dig a bit deeper inside to find that extra bit. I know not all of you are farmers or come from farms, but these words can be applicable across multiple fields, especially the frontline medical workers in this community, such as the nurses, doctors, police officers, EMTs, helping fight this pandemic. Having these Midwestern roots is something to appreciate and will help you to further define your character as you move on to the next chapter in life. If that means continuing your education at a university or technical school, joining the military, or joining the workforce directly, keep a tireless work ethic and maintain great moral values. You were born and educated in a technological world that was only found in science fiction books when I was your age. You Instagram, read books and news online, and your electronic social networking has shrunk the world. The world is diverse with different religions, races, and political views. You may not agree with everyone you come across in your lives, but I encourage you to at least keep an open mind. During the first semester of my freshman year at Cornell, I asked my parents to allow me to transfer to a school closer to home. I was not familiar with the way people spoke. Some had different religious views that I did not understand, and I was homesick. They refused and said we can discuss this after the full year. I stuck it out, and the only thing I changed was my perspective. Instead of shunning new ideas, people, and thoughts, I embraced these. I still may not have agreed with everything, but I realized I needed to keep an open mind and adapt. Graduates, you are the class of 2020. You are a graduating class that will be remembered in history, as your lives and all of our lives have been dramatically altered. You graduated in a century still in the first quarter, at a time when our world is dealing with enormous challenges, but at a time when the opportunities created by those challenges have never been greater. Someone among you may find the cure for cancer or Alzheimer's disease. Someone among you may become the next vice president or poet or nurse turned aviator. As you look to your future, remember this town, these teachers, these coaches, administrators, and of course your families have all given you a set of great core values and tools to meet and overcome the challenges of today and the challenges of your futures. Congratulations to this year's 2020 Jefferson High School graduates, and go Eagles.
I have the distinct pleasure at this time to confirm that all of the students presented here have met the necessary requirements set forth by the School District of Jefferson and the State of Wisconsin, and hereby are eligible to graduate and become alumni of Jefferson High School. Dr. Rolifson, I now present to you the class of 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Dinkel. Class of 2020, that's got quite a ring to it. We will all remember this particular year. I'd like to add another 20 to it. Class of 2020, 20 years from now. When you guys are celebrating your 20-year class reunion, I've got already in this message, I'm going to put something out to a future high school principal, a future superintendent of the schools of the school district of Jefferson, even a future school board. What I'm sharing here puts a responsibility on their shoulders 20 years from now. We'll keep a list of our students in this class. We'll keep track of where you're at. We'll even keep track of our employees and who's around, what employees we have right now during this 2020 school year. What I'd like to do is share that with the future administration, and be sure you are all invited back for a huge celebration at your 20-year reunion in the fall, probably at a football game sometime in the fall, and just remember what we've all experienced right now at this point in your life. Think of that ahead of time, and I really encourage you all to join your classmates at a class reunion 20 years from now. With that, and again, thank you, Mr. Dinkel, the class of 2020, please prepare to receive your diplomas.
Anna Carlson. Maya Magner.
Thank you, JHS, all my friends, family, especially my mom, dad, and sister for all your support and love the past 4 years, and I can't wait for the next 4. Go Bulls.
Ian Sandy.
Hey, this is Ian. Just want to give a big shout out to all the teachers, classmates, and friends I met over the past 4 years, and congratulations to the Jefferson High School class of 2020.
David LaBanche. Francesca Volpa. Clara Ball.
I just want to thank my family and friends for supporting me through these 13 years in the Jefferson School District. I'm really excited to continue my career at Carroll University.
Jacob Ball.
Thank you to my parents, who are my biggest supporters, and all the coaches and teachers who have guided me along the way.
Talia Bartosh.
I'm excited to go to UW-Madison for pre-veterinary medicine, and I'd like to thank my parents for all their support for the last 18 years.
Jacob Broaders.
I'm so thankful for my family and friends that helped me along the way and helped me get to this very moment, even though it's not the way we all expected it to go.
Jesse Broaders.
Just want to say thank you quick to my family, my friends, all the teachers that helped me throughout the way, and especially you, Coach Tom. Thanks.
Riley Clark.
Thank you to my friends, teachers, and family who have gotten me here today. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Grace Davis. Catherine Diaz.
I would like to thank my family because even if they're far apart, they always supported me and they believed in me. I love you so much. Thank you.
Ociel Dominguez. Zachary Donley.
I would like to thank all my teachers who helped me get this far, and I'm excited for the next 4 years.
Emma Elberry.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it. I'd like to dedicate and thank my family, friends, teachers, and coaches for getting me to this moment.
Alexander Ellefson.
I want to say thank you to my parents, all my friends, and all the teachers I've had in class. And I plan on attending Edgewood College this fall.
Olivia Ganser. Reese G.
Thank you to my family, friends, teachers, and coaches who have supported me throughout the years. I'm so excited to go from a Jefferson Eagle to a Golden Eagle. We are Marquette.
Kayla Gehrman.
We finally graduated. Maybe not the way we expected, but congrats, class of 2020.
Ashley Gankey.
I just want to congratulate the class of 2020. It's been fun. I want to thank all my teachers, my beautiful mom, all my friends. It's been crazy. Hopefully life treats you well.
Jaden Goals.
Thank you to all my teachers for helping me through my high school career. Special shout out to Molitzer and Wantel.
Megan Happ. Marley Hartsford. Natalie Kaler. Genevieve Lee. Miriam Maliva. Riley Martin.
I plan to attend UW Whitewater, majoring in graphic design, minoring in marketing, and also continuing my throwing career on the track and field team.
Haley Milbrath. James Minogue.
I want to thank all my teachers, friends, and family for all the support and encouragement. Peace out, JHS.
Elizabeth Munoz Quadra.
Just wanted to say thank you for everything and congrats, class of 2020.
Dean Neff. Samantha Ness.
I want to thank my friends, family, and teachers for supporting me through my education, along with the drama department for helping me find my passion.
Alexis Nguyen. Claire Peachy.
I want to thank my family, friends, teachers, and coaches. I will be attending Loras College in the fall to continue playing softball while studying sports management and accounting.
Michaela Punzel. Hayden Radloff.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Cassandra Ramirez.
I would like to say thank you to my family and friends for inspiring me to step out of my comfort zone, to chase after my dreams, and for joining me throughout my journey in Concord.
Anthony Riedel. Denise Sines. Sydney Schaub.
Thank you
you for all the memories and good luck on all your adventures ahead of you.
Jacob Schleiss.
Thanks for all the memories, JHS family and friends. Good luck in the future.
Edward Serrano, Colorado. Corbin Simden.
Well, we finally did it, class of 2020. Thank you to my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, my friends, and everybody for helping me accomplish this.
Rachel Slaybaugh.
I want to thank my teachers, friends, and family for encouraging me and supporting me throughout my high school journey. Thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you guys.
Cassidy Spees.
I'd like to thank my parents, family, teachers, and coaches for getting me to where I am today.
Caleb Stels.
Thank you, JHS, for an amazing 4 years. I made some great friendships and great memories. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Class of 2020, we did it.
Gabrielle Utri.
I want to thank my family and teachers for getting me to this point, and I'm excited for my future.
Spencer Wade.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'd like to thank my family, friends, coaches, and teachers. Thanks for all the good memories, JHS. See you next time.
Aaron Warner. Jordan Weeson.
I just want to thank my friends and my family for their support. I will be attending Wisconsin Lutheran to major in biology and to run track.
Quincy Wilharm.
Congrats, class of 2020. Thanks for all the memories. Can't wait to see what the future holds for all of us. Go Eagles.
Carrie Yergis.
I want to thank my mom and dad and my grandparents for supporting me throughout my entire life. To the class of 2020, we won't be forgotten. Now, on to my next adventure at UW Oshkosh.
Ella Yost.
I'd like to give a big thank you to all the teachers I had at JHS for their time and support in my education.
Parker Bywer. Alana Blackledge. Hunter Betcher. Jacob Cotter. Liberty Cunningham.
Hi, I just wanted to take this time to really thank and appreciate all of the teachers at JHS who have helped me out through everything in my life, through my high school career.
Zachary Dobson.
Thank you to my friends, family, and teachers who have dealt with me over the past years.
Avery Eilenfelt.
We finally did it, class of 2020. I can't wait to see what the world has in store for each and every single one of y'all. Peace out. Love y'all.
Reese Featherston. Elise Helmink. Phoenix Juno.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it.
Victoria Kubicek. Taylor Cups. Leslie Leal Maldonado, Madeline Ledwich, Logan Lee, Kylie Lukes Negron,
Thank you to everyone who has guided me throughout high school. I will be continuing my education at Briarcliff University.
Mariah McFall,
I would like to start off by thanking my parents, the ones who were there from the very beginning.
Madison McWilliam, Austin Recklin, David Saldana, Mackenzie Smith, Raylyn Smith, Edward Stelz,
I would like to thank my teachers, my parents, everyone who's helped me along the way. Thank you, class of 2020. See you in the future.
James Stingle, Elijah Tackman, Jared Vogel, Annabella Wiedekind,
I couldn't have done it without Jefferson High School, without all the teachers, the people, and I couldn't have done it without my family. So with that, I'm so excited to graduate.
Natalie Zamber, Jeffrey Zay,
I want to thank my family, friends, coaches, and everybody that's gotten me to this point and on to the next. Thank you, and congrats, class of 2020.
Isabel Zuniga,
Hi, I'm Isabel Zuniga. I'll be attending Madison College in the fall to become a veterinary technician. I just want to tell my parents I love them and thank you for supporting me.
Laura Ariano, Jacob Bauer,
Congratulations to the class of 2020. I'd like to thank my grandparents, my parents, and my sisters for supporting me throughout all my endeavors.
Matthew Caminiti,
Thank you to my mom and dad, and peace out.
Alexander Carrera Velasquez, Ezekiel Cervantes, Alyssa Chwala, Connor Sira, Joaquin Cortez, Janina Dawson, Hannah Dusenberry, Yuritsa Esteban Lopez,
I'm excited to say that I will be attending Wisconsin Lutheran College next fall, and I hope to become an interpreter.
Miguel Figueroa, Lola Forrest, Connor Fowle, Anthony Frank, Brooklyn Fritz, Allie Funk,
thank you, JHS, for a good ride. Shout out to Miss Smith. Love you, girl.
Vanessa Furin, Maximiliano Gallegos,
I would like to thank all my teachers that helped me get through this year.
Joanna Garcia, Colton Gavinsky, Emma Gehrman, Nicholas Galendon,
I'd like to thank Mr. B, Mr. Weber, and Miss Maz, Mr. Becker, Miss Schneidy, and Mr. E for always supporting me.
Angel Ganneman, Victor Gonzalez, Tegan Graff, Nicholas Hoggum, Jeffrey Heist, Claire Jashab, Tyler Jensen, Tatum Joseph, Ashley Junker, Curtis Kincaid, Christian Klentz, Amanda Klinger, Jacob Klingler,
I am excited about my future.
Christian Knedler, Mackenzie Kruger, Christopher Kulo, Cassandra Kutka, Brianna Leish, Jacob Lay, Maria Lichtenberg, Mason Lindemoen, Caleb Lair,
I would like to thank my parents for forcing me to get my homework done. I'd also like to thank Mr. Fallon for helping me improve in the workshop. Good luck, class 2020.
Rainey McDaniel, Oliver McFarlane, Trevin McGraw, Richard McNellis, Megan Milkey, Alyssa Mindeman, Kyle Montour, Peyton Morgan, Autumn Papke,
Woohoo! I did it!
Hannah Payne,
Thank you, Dad and Mom, and family and friends.
Otan Perez, Mackenzie Pino,
I just want to say thank you to my family, my friends, and my teachers.
Deanna Punzel, Nartavio Punzel, Angelus Quest, David Rios, Amelia Rue, Connor Salerno,
I'd like to thank family and friends for everything they have done for me.
Isabella Schaefer, Laura Schnitger, Tyler Saybold, Joel Skibby, Anthony Souls, Brianna Stanford, Ariana Stimke, Matthew Toma, Dylan Tyndall, Emma Trinko.
Hi, I'm Emma Trinko. I'm going to Madison College to do my GEDs, then transferring to UW Whitewater to do the art program. Congrats, 2020.
Eric Van Vieren, Patrick Venus, Freedom Vernon, Alexander Vogel, Gavin Vogel, Logan Wagner.
Hi, I'm Logan Wagner, and I'd like to thank JHS for everything they have done for me throughout my 4 years at the school, and I'd like to thank my family and friends for also supporting me. Thank you.
Caleb Warren,
Thank you to my family, teachers, and friends for yours for
Bryce Wagi, Spencer Welsh, Daniel Wetzel, Donnelly Whaley, Alex White, Shannon Wink,
To the class of 2020, we made it. Woohoo! I did it!
Nora Winkles,
So to the class of 2020, are you ready? You may now move your tassels to the left side of your mortar board. We wish you all the very best as you get ready to embark on the next phases of your life. Congratulations to the class of 2020. We are proud of you and your accomplishments. Go Eagles!